Earlier we touched on the technology that goes into the Xotic guitars, the raw vintage steel saddles. The concern in the industry is if I have a vintage guitar and I need to start replacing some of these parts because they're starting to rust and deteriorate or possibly even change the tone, if I go with an aftermarket saddle, am I going to still retain that original vintage sound? Well, what we did at Raw Vintage is we analyzed the actual steel and the manufacturing process that was done back in the 50s. So literally, we have recreated the manufacturing process and the steel alloy that went into making these saddles, literally down to the molecule level. We make these in fender spacing and also in Xotic spacing. Raw Vintage steel saddles, great for vintage, even your relic guitar. Raw Vintage steel saddles. Another new product from Raw Vintage are the Raw Vintage Tremolo springs. We recommend using 4 or 5 at a time to retain that nice vintage feel. What's unique about these springs here are the diameter is a little bit smaller than what you'll find OEM. The tension and the torque feel is pretty much identical to the vintage type tremolo springs. It's a very silky, very smooth, very supplemental type tone change to your instrument. Please check these out, rawvintage.com. Another new product from Raw Vintage are Raw Vintage 50s and 60s types pickup. These are all handcrafted in Japan. We make an aged and also a new looking version. Scatter wound, different wire, vintage tone, 50s tone, 60s tone, available now. For more information on all these products, please visit us at www.prosoundcommunications.com. Don't hesitate to call. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.